Hello everyone, today I'm showing you the Gothic Remake. Right now I'm flying over the sea near the magical barrier in the colony. I will stop here to show you, actually I will fly to the other end of the map and in this place we will dive down to Shipwreck Bay. As you can see, the barrier runs along the sea and we will swim right next to it to find the best hidden secrets. You might think you have seen everything. Right behind us, after jumping into the water, is the entrance to the Temple of Adanos. This is something you unlock as a water mage. We won't go into details because there are a few interesting ships nearby with chests, Titanic reference and other items you can pick up. It's really cool and worth exploring, but now let's move to a more interesting topic. Diving right next to the barrier. As you can see, I'm trying to squeeze into every corner to check for Easter eggs or anything interesting. A few times I got stuck so badly that the barrier shocked my butt, but because of that I had to restart and swim all over again. I'm actually a bit grateful to the barrier because this time I changed my route. I swam through the middle instead of right next to the barrier to cover a wider area, and I found a cool Easter egg. A small boat carried by two skeletons at the bottom of the sea. It's a very interesting reference, maybe related to Pirates of the Caribbean. I will let you judge, but I like to dive down to the ocean floor, hoping to find a sea monster just like the one in Khorinis when you swim too far out. This dive took a really long time, a good few seconds if not minutes, hard to tell. In deep water, you really feel that thalassophobia and depressing emptiness. I was hoping for a monster to scare or surprise me. I hope Alchemia uses this potential in the future or adds a patch to the remake to give us a good scare. It would be cool to see a giant monster hitting the barrier. The first attraction we reach is a group of statues. Ancient mages or worshippers. It's hard to tell if they are ancient people of Adanos, former sleeper worshippers or sea kings, some hidden new lore. Personally, I bet on the ancient people of Adanos. We see a huge statue holding a sword bound. Kind of looks like the ancient civilization of Yarkendar trapping a demon of Beliar or a chained guardian protecting the deep. There was nothing else here, so next we reach a sunken shipwreck. It looks quite intriguing. You can pick up some plants and magic ore here. After a quick look around, I checked every corner and found a skeleton with more loot. I think the most interesting part here is the captain's cabin. There is a table with a scroll and two potions. I didn't bother picking them up, but if any of you are crazy enough to dive here without a lurker transformation scroll, let me know. There are also a few more ore chunks in the cabin. If you find anything else here, let me know. On the ship's deck near the steering wheel, there is an interesting chest with a harpoon lying on top of it. The next attraction was an altar with a burning blue fire and a red skull. It was very dark and my light scroll ran out, but looking closely, the skull seemed blood red or rusty brown. I have no idea what this reference is. I asked the community but nobody knows, so let me know your ideas in the comments. For me, this is completely. And finally, it's not exactly what I expected, but I think it's the skeleton of sea monster. This is the kind of surprise we should meet if we swim too far out in Khorinis, for example. Sadly, it's not alive, just a skeleton. My guess is the sea monster got fried by the barrier when it was created. Now, we are at the last big Easter egg. This is an interesting spot because there is a tomb bound by heavy chains surrounded by four pillars with small statues of the sleeper. So, it could be an ancient tomb or ritual site where sleeper worshippers tried some dark magic. It could also be connected to Adanos, since all these ruins are deep underwater. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I swam all the way to the swamp camp beach. I won't describe the shoreline because most of you know it well. It's cool that they made such a deep trench with so many secrets, but it's a shame they didn't use this area even more fights. That would be an amazing future for a remake. That's all from me. Thanks for watching, leave a like, subscribe and share. Happy exploring and happy leveling, adventurer!